Well, hey everyone. Thank you for joining me today. And I know a lot of you out there will be my former students and my future students. I'm coming today to you live. I want to show you why I love Dermafrac. And many of you may not even know what Dermafrac is. Dermafrac is microchanneling with a twist. And you all know that I've been doing microneedling for years. And when I mean years, I'm old. So I've done it since the late 90s. And I've done it with things like my tattoo machine, a stamper, a roller, and even a pen. And all of those devices work really, really well. And oh, and for those that are hopping on, let me know where you're watching from and if I can get some questions answered for you regarding this procedure, I'll be happy to. But you know, I'm doing a live demo. I have our model in the chair, but I wanted to go over a few things first so that you can all get a little clued in. And let me get rid of this. Okay, so this Dermafrac, it is vacuum assisted, and I told you I was going to let you know all of the reasons why I love Dermafrac, and have switched over my micro needling in my office to Dermafrac exclusively. Um, One of the biggest reasons, and before we go anywhere, let me just show you a little bit of um, what it might sound like and what it looks like up close. So you can see that the wheel with those needles, and this was a point 0.5, are penetrating the skin at all the exact sizes of a point 0.5. This vacuum pulls the skin up, so each needle goes in exactly at point 0.5. With a stamp or even a roller, you could roll lightly or maybe a little heavy handed, and this gives you the exact level that you'll be working in time and time again. And, and it's very comfortable. But one of the reasons why I love Dermafrac right now is because it's small. You can see this little machine in front of me. I was put off for years using a Dermafrac because it was too big. I like things that are more compact. As you know, I go mobile in my business. So, this is a perfect addition to anyone that wants a smaller device. And besides the microneedling, it also does microdermabrasion. So, again, being mobile and having microdermabrasion and microneedling all together in one device is priceless. So that's one of the big reasons that I really love Dermafrac. It's small. It's made in America. You know I love that. I don't like getting anything foreign. If you ever need it serviced, it's here in America. You don't have to ship it off, and you know that it's going to be quality equipment. So, with the vacuum assisted needling, you can see that the needles go right into the skin where you want it, and wheel after wheel, stroke after stroke, you're getting to that exact depth. Now, the Dermafrac comes with 0.25 and it also comes with 0.50. And that's important too because it's much more comfortable. I don't have to numb my clients for this procedure. Now, it's not totally painless, but the forehead may still tingle a little bit because that bone is so close, even though we're pulling the skin away from those bony areas. That's what makes it more comfortable than many of your other devices because that suction is pulling it up and you're not bumping against the bone. So that's another reason why I love it. And you might be thinking, but I like to use a more deeper type of needle. And back in the day, like back in the 90s, I learned how to microneedle from Dr. Des Fernandez. And so he had different feelings throughout the years on the depth of needles. So they know that point 0.5 is an ideal level where you are going to stimulate the fibroblasts and the collagen. Everything gets worked in that zero point 0.5 range. Also, 0.25 is great to hydrate the skin. And there may be, and it does help the cascade of the healing process. So the collagen, the elastin, all gets remodeled. So with Dermafrac, you have the choice of 0.25 and 0.50. I pretty much am a 0.50 girl all the time. Now, the great thing about this, okay, so the serums that we use come in a box, and this is a lot of serum. This is a full syringe of serum. And what I'm going to show you at the end is the fact that the waste container is hardly any serum in the waste container. It's all in the skin. I'm used to using a tiny little ampule with a roller ball and getting that into the skin. And that's just a tiny bit. This is a lot of serum, and you can see the different types of serums that they have. And I love the Rejuvenate and also the growth factor. And you can also use your own. So you're not relegated to company serums. If you have a serum that you love and you know you want to use it in the skin, you can. It just needs to be very liquidy. So, but you can also get that. So that's a big plus too. And it has vacuum assisted microdermabrasion. So with an additional handle, you have a crystal embedded pad for microdermabrasion. So you can microdermabrade the client prior to. You could use this as your standalone microdermabrasion. And it's worthy to note that if you are somebody that doesn't want to over exfoliate, like I might like to do a microdermabrasion, then a microneedling, or a dermaplane and a microneedling. But you can actually spare a lot of the epidermis and make it a little safer in those summer months when you don't microderm before you microneedle. This way, they can not go out in the sun, but not have to hide out quite as much. So I love that the fact that I can go mobile and not have to worry about two machines and all of that. These are the different types of serums they have. And if you want to know what the ingredients are, you can go on to my site, rnfaces.com. You can go into my store and read all about it with the ingredients for each serum and decide which ones you might like. I follow every microneedling procedure with a red LED, and today is no different. We'll be using the red LED Illuminate, and it's only a 5-minute treatment. So, another reason why I love the Dermafrac is it's a time saver for me. I can cut down my microneedling time by just incredible amount because I don't have to sit there and numb my client, and it actually goes very quick. If you can microdermabrade someone, then you can microneedle. If you are a spa owner, which I don't know that we have any in here right now, but you nurses, if you're going to bring on another nurse in your practice or another esthetician, you want the learning curve to be quick on new devices. This learning curve is very easy. If you've done microdermabrasion, you can do this, and it can be duplicated in your spa. So, okay, let me, and if you want these slides, there's the Dermafrac in my store at $59.95. And if you contact me directly, I will let you know of my special that I have. And you can contact me through Facebook, Instagram, any which way you want. So I am going to get on with the demonstration. We've been cleansed, prepped, all that good stuff. And hey, Mercy, and oh, Mercy, yes. You probably remember Audrey. She was here when you were here as well. Yes, good morning. I'm so glad everybody's here. Hey, Marie, how are you? Yeah, okay, great, everyone. I'm glad to see you all. So I'm just going to turn the tables a little bit and get me set up here. So I might not be able to answer as many questions because I'll be not looking at the computer, you guys. So if you do have questions, drop them in the comments and then I will get back with you. I'm going to put a little bit more light on the subject. So, and I'll show you how I go ahead and load this too. It's very easy to work with. The little roller head comes in this box with your serum. My cart here has a little holder if I need to, like right in the handpiece here. So this is my handpiece. And we like to have the roller ball down here, there, but nice and snug. Take my cap off, my serum. Insert this in there, nice and snug. And then we take the black cap off the back. I'm going to turn on the machine, and it starts out at 3. So that's where I'm going to stay for right now. I want to make sure that it is good. Everything's sucking well, and the serum is coming out nicely. So I'm going to start with her forehead, and I'm just going to start in the midline. And how's that for you, Audrey?
Good.
Maybe I'll take it up a notch here. Let me know if that's too much. I did a little bit. Is that too much?
No.
Okay. So you want to move slowly, but not too slow. And you can make up to 2 to 4 passes with this. So if somebody has more of a problem area, then you can definitely go ahead and make 4 passes. Maybe if they had a little bit of acne scarring or an area that may be of hyperpigmentation and you're using a lightening serum. And sometimes the forehead of the bony structure, you'll lose a little bit of suction, much like when you're doing a microdermabrasion. So I did 2 passes here. I'm going to turn her head just a little bit slightly here. So I'm going to do this mask area. Still okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And again, now I'm going to cross hatch. So you can see how nice and pink the end point is. We want to, the vacuum helps to bring the blood up to the surface and actually gives it a nice pathway for nutrients, all of this great serum going in. And again, for all of you out there that want to know about the serums, you can go onto my site and you'll see all the ingredients because we know how important that is to everyone. So I'm going to do the cheek now. And this serum that I'm using, the Rejuvenate, will cover the face and the neck. still comfortable?
Yes.
Okay. And if you're not, you let me know.
I will.
So you do want to stretch the skin to some degree, but unlike some other devices, you don't need to overstretch it because it will already, the vacuum already pulls the skin up into the handpiece to get that even flow. Now, she's got beautiful skin, but she does have a little bit of unevenness in here, so I'm going to do yet another pass here for her. So I'm going to go diagonally. I'm going to hold this handpiece so you can see it a little bit better on film there. Turn your head this way. And let's do the chin here. Oh, thank you. Now, with Dermafrac, you can do the lips under the eye very easily. So I'll show you that too. And when you see areas that need a little bit more attention, it's very easy to go over and do another direction. Crosshatch. Okay, I'm going to do the top lip. So you can see how fast this procedure is. So in my office, like your office, I'm sure, time is money. So you don't have to gouge your clients if you're not utilizing more of their time. If you're utilizing less of their time, they'll come back more. I'm going to go over this one more time here on this side. You can do the nose nicely. And you can use this motion. This is the motion we use under the eye and for the lips, but it also works well on the nose where it's a little bit difficult to keep the suction. And don't forget, if you want to try this procedure free in my office, I'm giving away a procedure. You can put your name and just next to it say Dermafrac, and I'll get you at the end, and one of you may win a procedure. So that was half of the face. Now I want to turn it down to a 2, and I'll do under the eye. Seem to be okay?
Mm-hmm.
So unlike my other microneedling devices, I very rarely got into the eye area, but with Dermafrac you can, and this is a real win for me. And I'll do the lip at the end so the procedure stays clean. So, okay, and if you're still following me, that's great. I'm going to do the second half of the face. And really, one of the reasons I want to show you this in its entirety is to show you what a quick procedure this can be in your office. And you can do these in packages, which are beneficial. And the clients will get the optimum result that way. But any little area that you see that maybe needs a little bit more attention, you can certainly do that with this. Go over those fine lines, those fine wrinkles for the client. All that serum is getting delivered to the 0.5 level in her skin. And that's important to know that each needle is bathed in the serum. So that's super great. And there's plenty into the syringe, so you don't have to rush through your procedure. Maybe you have to turn your head just a little bit. Hey guys, I see a lot of you on there. I can't really read the comments, but I appreciate you hanging in there and watching. So yes, Dermafrac, and the serums are very reasonably priced. Now, with all of this serum getting into the skin, and that full syringe, you'll see, will be getting into the skin. I'll show you what the waste container looks like at the end. So my client's skin is super, super hydrated. So I don't feel the need to mask my client at the end. I do use the red LED, which is a must for me, but it's only 5 minutes because it's the Illuminate. So, you know, for you guys out there that have been using the Skin Classic, this is the perfect procedure after clients are healed to put that icing on the cake, to take their skin to another level. It will help with the tone, the texture. Turn your head this way for me. Oh, nice and pink. That's great. Any type of scarring, fine lines, fine wrinkles. Now, deep lines, deep wrinkles aren't generally really addressed with overall microdermabrasion. You might need to do a little bit of multi-trypanic collagen actuation, which is microneedling with a single or a 3-prong needle deep into the belly of the scar. And I'll go over that at another training for deep lines and deep wrinkles. But this will certainly help with those superficial lines and wrinkles. And even the texture of the skin, say like in the chin area here, if done in a good series and then kept up with maintenance. Is that okay there?
Yes.
Okay. You can see how hydrated the skin looks now. I don't know if you can tell that from video there, but did the nose. Okay, and I'm going to turn it down and do under the eye. If you guys can see that, that's good. So it's kind of lifting, but it's getting into the skin at 0.5. And this is thin skin, so we do turn the vacuum down on this particular area. But still you're getting that needling effect with serum bathed into it. So I know a lot of us out there, we do hydroderms and microdermabrasion and dimetome, which I use, but this is going in deeper than that. So you might seem to think, oh, it looks like a hydroderm, but it's actually not. So I'm going to do the neck. You okay?
Yes.
Okay. Just paying a little bit more attention here, where we all like to get a little relief. So go ahead and lift your chin for me. And when we do the neck, it's nice and slow. Now my myself, I generally don't cross hatch the neck. I'll do it a few different times because I don't like it done to me like that. And I just think it doesn't glide across the skin as well, whether I'm microderming or microchanneling like I am now. And while I'm on this side, now I'll travel back in the same path to get another pass going. I like to make 2 passes on the neck, but again, if it was a problem area, you could do 2 to 4 passes easily. Let me turn you over. Yeah, that's good. I'll get really back by that ear real well. So a syringe of that serum will last the full neck and face. And then if I have serum left in the container, I'll go over and look at different areas that maybe I could revisit, maybe places that I feel need a little attention. And I do, so let me do that lip done. I'm just going to use that alcohol in your lip there. Okay, so I have a little more left here. Maybe I'll do this forehead a little bit more, maybe on just a bit of a higher suction with these lines in here. But again, her skin is beautiful. I have a few of you out there to thank for that. She's been a great model in some of my classes here. Okay, now I'm going to turn it down and we're going to do her lip, finish up with that. Fairly comfortable for you? Okay. So this will give it a temporary plumping look for sure, but not like she was in a fight or anything like that, but her lip will look very, very nice. So with every touch, we're getting that serum right into the skin, right into that mucous membrane. So this procedure didn't take any more than 30 minutes. It was probably, I'll look at the time and I'll post it, but it was probably about 20 minutes. And I like to get that vermilion border with it as well. Good. And well, that's that. So, okay, I'm going to turn off the machine. And it's so nice when it gets quiet, huh? Microdermabrasion, all that makes a noise. But so, okay. So let me just come here. And so that procedure's done. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put the red LED on her, let her sit while we chat. So let me just grab that. Now you can go on your Hawaiian vacation. Go ahead and lift your head for me off the, okay, and down. Okay, great. So right now, the light's going to be super, super bright. There we are. So I like to end up my procedure with the illuminate. And so you would, oh, okay. So let me see. I want to show you the waste container, and I'll have a video of how to put this together, all of that good stuff. But this is your waste container, and let me get my handle here. And just that little bit of waste compared to the full syringe, which is still in the handpiece here. So that's just a little bit. All that serum went directly into the skin. So I find that a big plus for my clients. And that's the reason why I choose not to mask my clients at the end, because the serum is in the skin and it's really uh, comfortable. You don't have, because with the other types of serums, oh, how much does it cost, Marie? Okay. No, not nurses. You could use this too, Marie, for sure. So this whole syringe is filled with serum, but yet that's the only little bit that gets in the waste container. That means it's all in the face, and that is super important for me. And let me just set this down. Cleanup's a breeze. You just wipe it down with I use Sidex wipes. So I wipe down my handpiece, and I'll need to flush my tubing every so often, but my waste container gets emptied very easily right into the sink. And so it's very quick and easy procedure. And let me see what the questions are. Okay, so Marie wants to know. So it's $59.95, and I do have a special, Marie, so go ahead and private message me. I'll get that to you. And oh, you know what I want to do while we're all here too is I want to make sure that somebody gets a free Dermafrac treatment here. So let me get my machine here and put it in front of you. Oh, how much do I charge? I charge $150. That might be a little low. Most people charge $195. I'm in a little bit more of a rural area, which that should not matter. But because it is so quick, I'm not spending the money on the numbing cream. More so, the time. Time is money in my office. So I can get through a full microneedling procedure in 30 minutes. And that's including the red LED. So I don't feel like I need to overcharge my client. Now, if I'm adding in a dermaplane, that would be an additional $65 or microdermabrasion. So, but many of my clients, if I do a dermaplane or anything else, and I want to spare the epidermis, because they're active in the sun, then the straight up microneedling procedure is 30 minutes. And if I were to add a microdermabrasion treatment to it, that doesn't take me more than 10 minutes to do, honestly. So 2 passes and it's good to go. And let's see, do you ever go over the eyelids? Oh, I did, Nurse Adele. I did go over the eyelids as well. So yes, you can do the eyelids, the skin above the eye, below the eye, and the lip. And that's a much different process than it was with our rollers, our pens, and things like that. So because of the suction, it gets those serums right at that 0.5 level. Let's see who else is. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay, you guys. Oh, I'm glad you're interested. Perfect. Yes, estheticians can absolutely use this. Now, I will say this, There's always a lot of chatter about if estheticians can do microneedling, microchanneling. You can call it whatever you want. It's still putting needles into the skin at certain depths. Now, your state may not allow you to use microneedling even at the 0.25 level, which is home use, but that's what they do. So if your state does not allow you to microneedle, then check and see if you can use the 0.25 as a microneedling, microchanneling device. But don't be bamboozled by salespeople that really flip it around, and you don't want to jeopardize your license by using a microneedling device that you're not allowed to use. The consumable costs, Suzanne, each cartridge that I use with the needle head and the serum together are $38. Now, that may sound like a lot, but it's not, because if it only takes 30 minutes to do it and under, then you're still way ahead of the game. I know that some of my stamping devices, the serums are $25. The heads are $25. And then you mask the client as well. So your consumable on those types of things are very high. So with a consumable of $38, I'm still well ahead. And if I do add a microderm or a dermaplane, an additional $65 in my office for that. But the straight up microneedling, $150. And that keeps my clients more interested and they stay on schedule with their packages. And okay, let's see. So do what? Oh, what did? Let me see what Nurse Adele here has to say or ask. So, do I do this for? Let's see. Do you offer a facial treatment prior to this procedure? You know what? You could. And when you mean by a facial treatment, that would be microderm or dermaplaning, some kind of mechanical exfoliation. If you're doing a straight up facial that's not invasive, sure, you could follow up with this, but this is the procedure. This is the big kahuna of what you're doing, but you can pre-treat with mechanical exfoliation. And the mechanical exfoliation, this is very cool too. So if you don't have microdermabrasion in your office, this would be a great addition because it comes with microdermabrasion as well. And the handpiece just fits right into the same tubing. And this has a crystal embedded pad. So you'd be able to kind of go through the skin. Maybe I should just take my gloves off. Just like any other microdermabrasion that you use. So this would be a pre-treatment, Adele, for sure. I hope that helped. Does the machine come with a serum starter package? Well, yeah, it does, and that's part of my special because you can get 20 more cartridges, which pretty much, depending on how much you're charging, will set you up to pay off the machine. So if you are going to do a pre-treatment with the microderm and the microneedling, like that would be a good $195 treatment in my office. So that's what I would charge. So you could definitely make out with 20 extra serums coming along with your package. So if that's something that you're interested in, please let me know. And Suzanne, I'm wondering how your practice is going in Chincoteague. That's where you're from. Thank you. And I don't know, maybe our model was here when you were here too. So I'll have to check on that one. But they are good questions, Suzanne. Thank you for asking. And so now what I'm going to do is this. I am going to scroll and I'm going to pick someone that's going to win a Dermafrac treatment. And I have Beauty with Nurse Adele. Now, I think you're in Maryland, so you're not too far from me. But you private message me, and we can set up a treatment right here in Cape Charles in my office, and I'll take you on a golf cart ride too. Sounds like fun, right? So let's see. And if any of you want the slideshow from today, go ahead and in the comments say slideshow or slides, and I'll get back with you and get those to you, and my special as well for the um, Dermafrac. And I'll be your trainer when you do purchase the Dermafrac. We'll line up a few clients and we'll get them going. It's super easy, as you can see, but it's always nice to have a little guidance, making sure everything is running smoothly. So I'm going to take off and get my client out of here. And aftercare is like your other microneedling devices. I will put a little Definage serum on my client. That's what I use in my office. You would use whatever you're normally using, but I'm going to refrain from the sunblock and have her just go home, let those channels close up naturally. She'll be able to put some sunblock on later today, and keep her face nice and clean, moisturized. She may feel, every once in a while you get that heated redness in your face after a procedure like this. It's very normal. It's great blood flow coming to the skin, bringing nutrients to the skin, taking toxins away. So that's important. But she should not feel really uncomfortable. And the biggest reason, that serum that goes into the skin is fabulous, and it's getting the skin super healthy right away. Those channels have delivered the serum and hydrated the skin. There was no scrimping on getting that serum in the skin with every revolution of that wheel, delivering it to that 0.5 depth that I had in my machine. So I'm really happy you guys were all here today with me. And any questions, feel free, put them in the comments. I'll get back to them later. I will catch you again. And I love my Dermafrac. Bye-bye.